Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready to get up.
This is the former Spartan from San Jose, Tyler Irvin. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On play action, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Again, running right, it's Irvin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Check 36. 26. Watch twitch. Watch
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 21-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, receiver. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
36.
On second down, Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
You go, brother. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Mike 35.
Good route here.
You better be afraid of me.
What's that?
35's the Mike.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. A big play there out of Cook. 54 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Gun.
They run, Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Yellow. Watch QB drop. 35's the mic. Bring it. Gun. Motion. Watch the motion. Black. Mike 35. Hey, Foxtrot. Black. Bang.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Under 10.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Packers.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Irvin. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Irvin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Sherrills. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start the drive with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
35's the mic. Come off the ball.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Press. They can't. Press them. Switch.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Two. Yellow. Hey, zoom. 35. Hey.
On second down and 4, Cousins dances by him. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Turn it hard. All day, every day, any day. Check.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch the twist. Kill. Run out. SOS.
Here's Madison running on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Zebra. Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. Alert. Mike 35. Gun.
Now Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Cousins going to come up on a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Lucky 48. Safety creep. Check first.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On second and 9, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Cousins from the gun on third. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. And this is...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Quicker on the hop. Listen to me.
35 is the mic.
Go.
Mike 35, Mike 35. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
Gun.
Following the interception, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas... And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. And he's going to go down again. Linval Joseph picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Sherrills to return it. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Move. Alert.
Hey, Delta.
Key 8. Mike 35, Mike 35. I want that. Give me that ball.
Gun. Right there.
To throw, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here I come. Here I come. Mike 35. Mike 35. Coming.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
35's the Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn up.
Wait, that.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Bailey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On second down, this is Madison. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, we're good.
35's the Mike.
Gun. Hey, Echo. Black.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, D. Check three, check three, check three. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Check 50, check 50. Shit! Watch the 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gun.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Jahan! Landy! Clark! 35. Gun. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some... Hey, Alpha!
So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Wide. Come get some. Hey, Steve 6. 35's the Mike. Yo. Mike 35, Mike 35. Through. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
To throw is Cousins. Open man is Thielen is complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. We got 4. Check three. Lead it, 48. Rush in. Gun. Motion. Deuce. Hey, alert 3.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Jim, 382, last 50. Hey, check 24. Where's the hot?
Cook following the penalty, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there. Hey, wahoo! Mike 35. Squeeze, double. 35's the Mike. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Gun.
Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So hard. Ready? I know, easy.
Tight end left, tight end left.
Hey, orbit.
Got 4 down. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Dalvin Cook. Out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 31, check 31.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You ain't got nothing.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Two.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's coming, double up. Hey, high 7. 35 to Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check. Lucky.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Can't. Yellow.
Here's Cousins going deep for Diggs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Brings up 2nd and 8. The 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 with the 34-yard line.
Showing it. Check, crunch. Here you go. 26, check 26.
Now Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
That's it.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Watch a slant.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You. 35's the mic. Check tight.
Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set gun.
Now a run with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Ken. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Shit. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run with Madison. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Hey, watch it. Two. Hey, Steamer. Watch the twist. Check 52. Wide. Gun. You kill it, motion me out. Mike 35.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
You don't want no problem. For me.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But, Charles, a 1-score game.